Hello, this is Right Side Trader. Today is May 9th, 2025, and this is my weekly market review where I'm reviewing S&P 500, that's SPY, on a quarterly chart, monthly chart, weekly chart, and a daily chart. This is all for educational purposes only, no trade recommendation, because as we all know, trading is risky. You can lose money at trading, so please check with your financial advisor, please check with your significant other, and make sure trading is something that is suitable for you. All right, let's take a quick look at these charts. Not too much change this week, but this market is kind of behaving right now, in my opinion. We do have a doji, still have a doji hammer above pivot here on this quarterly chart, and also we're still looking okay for the bulls. And although when we go down here to this monthly chart, we can see that we are still below the 9-10 moving average, so technically we are still in a bear market. And I'm saying this could last for the rest of this month since we are below pivot right now. It's just a couple of more weeks to see if we can actually break above this pivot and break back above this 9-10 moving average and get back on the bull side of this market. But right now we are struggling, and as we go down here to this weekly chart, we'll see, what may be causing this struggle is being below this 50 moving average. A lot of times when you get below the 50, it's kind of hard getting back above that 50. We struggle right here, trying not to drop below the 50, but then once we finally dropped, we got a pretty good drop, almost came down to the 200, and now we pull back up to the 50. And like I said, I was looking for a gap, above. We get above this area, but it hasn't been able to do that. It's a lot of selling pressure, from the sell-off that had happened. And these guys are not ready to let this thing run back to the upside yet. So we're seeing here another doji forming, actually inside of this previous week body and still below the 50 average here on this weekly chart. So be mindful of your trading plan and your trading strategies at this time. Let's go ahead and go down to this daily chart and see what we see here. On this daily chart, boom, boom, we got a small little V shape there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We started out down a little bit from the previous week, and we're probably still down from the previous week. This is one thing that you need to pay attention to. Again, we didn't make a higher. We are on this daily chart. This daily noise that we see here. We can see that this market wants to go higher, but it's struggling to break these highs. So again, that's why I say we're fighting, this supply back here. Let me bring up my little drawing too, and I'll wrap this on up. But most of you can see what I'm talking about. Most of you know what I'm talking about. If you've been watching this for a while, you know a little bit about supply and demand in the market, and that's what we're seeing right here. This supply back over here, this market is having a hard time getting above this area, and it's going to fight to get above that area for some time. So that's what I see, and that's also just happened to be right around. This is where it was having a hard time, dropping below the 50 and dropped below the 50. Now it's back up at that. What was acting as support is now acting as resistance. So let's see how long it's going to hang out up here. See if this week, next week, can we gap above this, get above this area, and then we can see this market going higher. But as long as we're around here in this area, there's always a chance that we can start making another leg down. So like I say, be mindful of your trading plans and your trading strategies and trade accordingly. But that's it. That's all I really want to share at this time. Hope you guys had a great week. Hope you guys have a great weekend. And I'll talk to you next week. This is Right Side Trader. Have a good one. Bye.